entertaining, especially the second half, end to end. Those 3 goals in 3 minutes, really were not something you see every day. But we've got to reflect. Obviously, we conceded early, 6 minutes this week. We're not usually cold starters.
No.
What's your explanation?
5 minutes last week, 6 minutes this week. But before we dwell on the goals, I was walking around all the fans that, congratulations. Dave Asher, one of the directors, got hold of me and said, played really, really well. He stood around a lot of fans, we made a lot of chances, played some great football, and another day we go and win that. And sometimes it doesn't take a lot to make you feel a bit better. You don't feel better being a manager when you haven't won, but them words of encouragement were nice, because we did play well. We did create chances, we played some excellent football, but wasn't to be. But going back to the goal, we should have been 1-0 up before that. Everyone in the stadium knows that, Reg knows that, but it wasn't to be. We go down the other end, we switch off, we don't close the man down quick enough. He puts it in the bottom corner, and then we kind of feel sorry for ourselves for 20 minutes. I think the whole stadium is a bit flat, when we could be 1-0 up and then we 1-0 down and you're trying to work out how. But then we create chances. You look at the Gribbin chances that just whistle wide, the Halls header, the Woolerton run that Woolers can go and score from, the Rodwell Grant chance. So at our time, you could be, back on level terms or even winning 2-3-1, but you're not. Said to the lads, listen, you can't give up hope. You can't play that well, in patches and not go and score goals. We came out second half, but we were excellent. Got on the front foot, got the penalty. Ennis scores it. It's typical, Chaz does. And then we switch off again, and no, we don't switch off actually. And this is the bit I'll clear up, Tim, because I've just had crosswords with one fan out there saying, the way you've been on the pitch and shouted to one of your players, and people don't see what goes on. Jan Pullincast was told Thursday night he wasn't playing, he wasn't fit, his ankles are black and blue. They give way on him, regularly. But being Jan, being the lion heart that he is, he wanted to play. Brian Richardson phoned him last night, said he wasn't playing. Today he was desperate to play. Physio team didn't want him to play. His ankles are strapped. They had to put wood either side of him to keep him normal. He was struggling the first half. You could see him limping at half time. I wanted him to be honest with me. Second half, he gets rolled for the second goal. He couldn't move. And, at that point, I'm on the pitch and I'm shouting, Jan, I'm not going for 4-0 down. Jan's coming off. He's like my son. Everyone in there is like my son. And when we've got 9 men, 10 men, he wasn't fit and he was coming off. And I was saying to Jan, are you fit? Yes or no? And until I made the decision for him, and he wasn't fit, and he was upset when he came off. Not upset that I took him off, upset that he was in that much pain. So people don't know. People misconstrue what was said. But I'll go out there and say, they're like my family in there. And I said to Jan on Thursday night, and he can quote that, you're my son, I won't let you play on Saturday. But he wanted to play. I took the decision out of his hands second hand. Now, if he doesn't look after them ankles, Tim, he's going to be wound up at 25 because he's got severe problems with them ankles. And the physio team are going to have to do a lot of strengthening work. Could be an operation, we're not sure. But Jan being Jan wants to play through that. But at times, you've got to use your sensible head on you and take that decision out of the lads down. And that's what I did. So I don't think that we were berating or screaming like we wasn't. I just wanted him to say, no, Gaff, I'm not right. And, he came off and, we know what went on. And he knows what went on. So, if anyone's got a different opinion, I spoke to someone at the end of the game and put him straight. He didn't think that was right. But, that's the joys of being a manager. So, we conceded that, but then the mental character of Linney, he misses after 3 minutes and, he goes and gets the equaliser. And then there's only one team going to win the game. One team going to win it. We brought Donny on to give the stadium a lift and to give him a lift. And there was nothing emotional about Adam Dodd coming back on for me today. The kid's trained hard. He's been away. Could have played after 4 weeks, the surgeon said, but he hasn't. He's got himself back up to base fitness. And I thought he came on and he was exceptional. And the stadium lifted in the last 20 minutes. We had 6 chances and should have won the game. And we don't. We finish the game and, we get a point. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, after we conceded, you could tell that definitely the wind was taken out of the team's sails. I had a chat with the Whitby team. Congratulations on how well they managed to just damp down those next 25 minutes. It was really sort of like, you could see they were sort of on top. They were sitting deep, a couple of good chances to break. And it was man of the match, Michael Potts, who sort of basically just kicked the team into gear and basically he was everywhere. He was winning the ball. And it set up a really, really good sort of last 15 minutes, and you sensed the goal was going to happen.
Yeah.
Just didn't quite.
Yeah, you did. I thought bringing Josiah on for his debut, I thought he did really well. He backed into play. He was a physical presence up there. But with him, we just carved chance after chance and really good chances, didn't we? And Cal, be standing there, he's gutted. But I said, you're going to get more chances because you're a good player. We play the right way, and sometimes they go in, sometimes they don't. And for me now, and the staff and the lads, we've got to get round each other. You can work on finishing until you can keep working on it. But, if you miss chance in the game, you miss chance in the game, and that's one of the frustrating things. But I said that to the lads in there. I said, I'm super proud of you, super proud of the way you played. Like I said, the manager said we're the best footballing team in the league, and that's nice to hear. We haven't won, but we played the right way. And for me, Tim, I'm super proud of that group, and we've just got to keep on going.
Yeah, I mean, what a lot of people won't know is obviously Regan didn't have a great night's sleep last night. He had a very sore neck, and basically he was touch and go. We had to have a good massage on that just to loosen it up a bit.
He rang me at 11 o'clock. He wasn't fit. He was out of the squad, and then we've done a lot of work with him, and still he was struggling. I remember Aaron Morris at Mars last season. He similar injury, had to come off at half time, but Reg didn't come off today and play through the pain. But you could have been without Linney, you could have been out Palinkas, you're out Jones, you're out Donoghue, you're out De Grucci, and people always expect to win games. We expect to win, but there is only so many replacements you can make, and I think today we missed Donoghue, even though we played so well. I think we missed that energy, that break, and that box to box. But that's why we've got a squad. We've got a squad, and we've just got to make do with that squad. And if we've got to go and get one or two more people, then we will do. And if people want to talk about how many players we've used this season, that's all right, because I don't want to turn out against Hyde with 12 players next season. Next week, I want to make sure we've got enough. So, that's what we'll do, and we'll continue to try and get the best team out on the pitch. But you've seen that, that dressing room is right behind everybody. We're all right behind each other, and we're playing good football, and it's going to be a really interesting end to the season, Tim. I said to Bobby Grant last week before the game, not that we're promoting betting, I should say that, but if I give anyone £50 in this league to say go and pick 6 results in our league, you'd really struggle because the league is so strong and everyone can beat everybody. And you look at the results today and you think, wow, how high drop points, but it happens. So you've got no divine right, and I think come the end of the season, the teams in the playoffs might not be the technically better teams. It might be the teams that have taken the chances, have got that mentality to get them over the line, and the teams that don't make it will be really good sides. We'll be looking to go again next season, but we've still got our focus on the playoffs this season. And the way we're playing at the minute, I'm sure that once it clicks, we're gonna give some of the real hiding. Saying that, we've got Hyde, South Shields, and Warrington, in our next 3. So it's going to be a really, really tough ask. But we'll get everyone ready and we'll go for it.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, I spoke to the away team manager. He said we're the best footballing side in the league by some chalk. He said we were unlucky. We just didn't take our chances. He was quite probably effectively happy with the point. You just said that basically it's a team that take the chances. That's the last couple of weeks. Basically, we had plenty of chances. This week, we've had plenty of chances. It's what can we do more just to kind of just get those pushed over the line?
I've got the best striker in the league. I think I've got one of the best wide men in the league in Gribbin. I've got best midfielders. I've got a great side who will create chances. It's just creating chances. Just keep doing what we're doing. And play entertaining football. If anyone says that Neil Reynolds doesn't have an attacking side, you've been drinking too much whiskey. We've got a really attacking side, and we like to get our fullbacks forward. We like to, create chances, and we're doing that. And today, like I said, super proud of them. They didn't take the chances. I will never call somebody out for missing a chance and trying to do the right thing. I'll never turn on this squad. So, it's a point, but it's a point, and we've got to be dead positive. It's not no points. We've in our last. In our last 4 league games, we've taken 7 out of 12. That's good. That's good with the win against Ashton Belper, defeat against Radcliffe, point against Whitby today. So it's good. We're happy with that. And now we're going into 3 monumental games, which people will say season defining. I don't think there will be. I think there'll be a lot of football between now and the end of the season.
Yeah, but I mean, it's fair to say basically we generally play well or better against the better teams.
I was hoping you weren't going to say that. Yeah, it is, Tim. But I think this team consistently have played well all season now against the lesser sides and against the better sides. And I think last season our frustration was that we wasn't beating the lesser sides and playing well against the better sides. But I think you look at the results this season, and that's no disrespect to your Liversedge, your Belpers, your Whitbys. We've taken points off them teams now, and we've also looked at the top end of the table, your Warringtons, your South Shields. We're taking points off them. So I just think the league's that good. I think every game's a good game of football. I think the next 3 games will be super exciting. You've got 3 good teams that want to play good football and encourage people to come down against Hyde, encourage people to go to South Shields, and encourage people to come on against Warrington. It's going to be 3 really good games of football, and there'll be 2 really good games, 2 really good sides taken to the park in each game. So we'll prepare the same way. We'll watch Hyde on Tuesday night. We've got ready. The manager, there's a squad, there's a fan, we want to see bottom of the table game. You want to see good football inside. That's what you see. Can we get points out of it? Certainly want to. In terms of clean sheets and take our chances. We're super positive, and like I said, I'm super proud of the lads. Enjoy working with them, and we've just got to keep going.
Yeah, I mean, looking back at the sort of reverse fixtures already, we had an off night against Hyde. I don't think we played well.
Nope.
Well, nowhere near our capacity, but we beat South Shields and we beat Warrington.
Yeah, and two really good games, you know, and Shields should be 3-0 up in the first half and wasn't, and we come back from 1-0 down, and you know, you remember Donahue's goal at the end. It's brilliant. You know, the Warrington game, but will be remembered for other reasons. You know, the points that we lost, but because of the ineligible player, but it was another good performance, and we've shown that we can go toe to toe with anyone in this league. So, you know, yeah, of course you want your better players out. Of course I want Donahue and Curtis Jones and Jack Diggerich, but I haven't got them. I ain't got them. So let's not harp on about it. Let's get ready for Hyde next week, and let's go and give a really good account of ourselves. And I'm sure, you know, we'll break the 1700 mark we had on today. Even though I thought there was more on. You know, it looked like there were more on, but I think Hyde will travel well, and I think people will look at that fixture and go, "That's the game of the day." We'll go and watch that. So. Yeah, that's pleasing, Tim. But a couple of things I will mention just to close the interview is, firstly, you know, the superlatives I'll give to the ground staff. I've said it already. You know, the pitch was immaculate. Again, the way we want to play football, and to have the pitch looking that good in January is testament. So that's great. You know, he doesn't want it. He needs to be highlighted. We don't work for skies for steady walls. We close this I won't lie, his emotion today. I didn't believe
when FC United go out to play when FC United go out to play
when good football, you don't lose your ability, and you can see today he's back on the pitch, and his whole family were here. But you know, they talk about Christian Eriksen being a role model to other people, and absolutely he is. But when you come away from the professional football light and you've got Adam Dodd, who works full time, who plays semi-professional football, you know, as a role model, as somebody you can look up to, it's a case of never give up. You know, never give up, and despite how many obstacles you'd be thrown at you, let's not forget this kid died. You know, he died. He can turn around and say, "I've died at 29," and you know, he's fought back from that. He's fought back from heart saving operation. You know, with his defib fit now. He's worked so hard, fitness wise, psychologically wise, his family wise. You know, so his cat, his missus, his family been through hell on earth. And you know, when his time was to come today, he came on, and you saw everybody stand up in the stadium, and you know, you still can't believe it. I still can't believe that I've just watched him play, because I was preparing for something else in summer, and that's testament to Adam, testament to his family, his support, Kat, you know, the lads that have stuck by him, and you know, it's a really nice moment today. So, you know, kind of football isn't the winner today or the drawer. You know, Adam Dodd certainly is, and you know, and we'll continue to celebrate that. We won't harp on about it. Doddy didn't want today to be about him, and I said that in the dressing room before the game, but it was. You know, you can't hide from that. So massive well done to him, and you know, we'll just continue to nurture him, and don't forget back to his best, because he's got years of football ahead of him. But what a success story. So on that note, Tim, thanks everyone for the support today. It was really good, and you know, we'll train well this week, and we'll get ready for Hyde next Saturday.